When you invent the game, you own the game. Sure, you let others play the game, because when you get pushed, you push back harder.
Why Canon has won back the market with the EOS R5? That is the Canon master plan.
Some said you'd lost your edge, but you know the game isn't won at half time.
Thank you for your support, and before we get into the video, please like the video, hit the like button, and also subscribe to my channel so you won't miss all the videos I'm gonna put out. So let's get back to the video then.
No matter what the bumps, this is where you belong. And when you own the game, you can change the game.
And after months of rumors, teasers, Canon have finally released the EOS R5 into the wild.
Introducing the first Canon 5 series mirrorless camera, the all-new Canon EOS R5.
And according to Canon Japan, they even exceeded expectation in pre-order. And as a manufacturer, that is the best position you want to be. But for us consumers, that means that the shipping could be delayed. Not because there is a fault in the camera, but just the demand exceeded the supply. And how did Canon get to that position?
A new game is about to begin. Are you ready? Game on.
Okay, Canon is a master strategist like Apple. Do you remember Canon 5D Mark II in 2008? How it took the DSLR world by storm? It is the same happening all over again with the EOS R5. Do you see the similarity? I guess the number 5, right? 5D introduced the 1080p format to DSLR in 2008, and everyone followed suit. At that time, it was unthinkable. And 12 years later, R5 introduced 8K RAW format to mirrorless.
I'm not looking to defend Canon if there turns out to be an issue with overheating, as they're the ones who chose to promote this camera as an 8K RAW shooting internal recording beast of a video camera over pushing it as a stills camera that so happens to offer you some pretty amazing cinematic features and spec.
Jared said that Canon should have focused its marketing on the still capability of the EOS R5. But not only on the video capability. But I disagree with Jared on this one. Yes, EOS R5 is a powerful still camera, and Canon could have focused on the still spec of the EOS R5 with 45 megapixel sensor. But in marketing per se, is it as a news? Absolutely not. Panasonic Lumix S1R released 2 years ago with 47.3 megapixel full frame CMOS sensor. 8K RAW internal recording is the news right now in a mirrorless camera body. And Canon knew it will capture our imagination. Canon could have created a perfect camera with a 6K, no overheating, but 6K is no news because Panasonic Lumix S1H released last year can shoot 6K. Canon need to think about something radical, something big, but not too big that beyond people like us. 8K is not too futuristic. It is not too far from 6K, which we know that already exists. It is also realistic because we enthusiastic believe that we have the machine that can handle 8K to some degree. Are you aware that Blackmagic Design launched Ursa Mini Pro 12K Super 35 digital film camera just a few days ago? If you haven't, because Canon have already installed the Thunder with the EOS R5. And also 12K, it is too futuristic, not aimed at us nor at Pro, lost in the middle. Canon, on the other hand, is building a legend with the EOS R5. So how do you build a legend? The EOS R5 is not just the most hyped camera launched by far that I can remember since the 5D Mark III. It is also the latest high-end full-frame mirrorless camera from Canon. Remember, Canon as a brand is outstanding. So Canon introduced to us the EOS R5 as one of a kind. Just ask any Canon fan. No one expected to see 8K RAW and crop in Canon mirrorless in 2020. But Canon pushed it when the entire world was least expected. Unlike 5D Mark II with the 1080p, Canon is not entering the 4K format as a leader. So Canon took the time because EOS R5 must create its own status as something unique and special. However, this can be difficult if you carry the power of the same name as the original EOS R. this was the precarious position of the Canon when it introduced the EOS R in the mirrorless full-frame mode in 2018. The EOS R did not establish itself as a legend, being the first Canon full-frame mirrorless camera with 80 touch bar. To bring a new R to the market, Canon had to offer more than just a simple upgrade. The EOS R5 had to find its own loyal group of followers, and many of them. Plus, the R is almost 2 years old right now, and Canon was facing stiff competition from Panasonic, Sony, and Nikon. Canon made sure the changes to the R were more than mere upgrade. The camera sensor 45 megapixel full frame is just a bit larger than the R. In fact, it is double of the sensor in the 1D Mark III. Although the R5 has the same digit X image processor as the 1D Mark III, the processor performs better in the EOS R5 because it's working in partnership with a much bigger sensor. The 45 megapixel of data can be processed faster, as much as the 20 frames per second shutter. And on top of that, the EOS R5 also satisfies another need for speed by Pro. To be competitive and outmuscle the competition, the EOS R5 had to benefit from the upgrade of the already excellent CMOS autofocus system with both person and animal detect with 100% covering area, and also not forgetting 100% readout of the full sensor, full frame, and autofocus in all formats. What captured imagination and curiosity in the EOS R5 is video capability. After 2 years of demand by the fan, after the EOS R uncropped, unusable disappointment with the 4K, the EOS R5 boasts a 4K up to 120 frames per second on top of 8K raw internal recording 10-bit 422. And at this time of recording, it is the only mirrorless camera able to record 8K raw internal 10-bit 422. Yes, the EOS R5 could be just another mirrorless with high-end video feature that were considered a bit of a novelty right now, and especially coming from Canon. So now when pro even alike buying a camera, seriously, they're looking at the combination of the photography and also videography in the same camera. And the EOS R5 is actually more of a value when rumors were flying around about its video capability. Now we know it's also still monster. And Canon has seen this as an excellent product to bring together for pros and also enthusiastic alike. Image quality is where the value of a camera actually counts, especially for pros. And the Canon EOS R5 has received plenty of them, both for photography and also for videography. And many reviewers already see the EOS R5 is one of the best cameras right now in the market. But then also, the price point put it right in the middle of the pack. And the EOS R5 resolution and image quality can only be beaten by cameras that cost many thousands more. And more serious enthusiastic or semi-pros and pro don't require much more than what the EOS R5 produces, making the EOS R5 one of the best cameras in the marketplace right now. Canon knew that 4K up to 120 frames per second on top of 8K raw internal recording 10-bit 422 would have created the anticipation and also excitement that has generated. The Canon intention is clear: wrestle back the power and stay top of the game. Basically, before even getting to the ring, the sucker punch was launched and the score was set. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you find this video useful. And thank you. Stay safe where you are. God bless you. I will see you next.